Were you evicted? There's someone else in there in your spot. This is prime laying area. Oh yeah. Ah, top chicken. The pecking order has been established. This is Lunchbox. Lunchbox is far too clever for his own good. Hi, Lunchbox. Hi. Far too clever for his own good. And has made a habit out of stealing alfalfa hay. Oh, it's okay. You haven't done anything wrong, honey. No. No, hi. This is Raz. Hi. Say, I just got back from being neutered. And he thinks he's done something wrong because he has to wear this cone for a few days. But you haven't done anything wrong. No, you haven't, sweet boy. Oh, hi. No, you haven't. What a sweet boy.
Okay. So, flashlight going here. Down.
No,
so,
down.
This is the feeding trough in here where we feed the goats. And apparently, one very smart little piggy has figured out they can hop up there and eat all the alfalfa hay.
So, what happened? This barn hasn't had animals in it in, 20 years or whatever. And originally my mother had goats, standard size goats, and Dad built this stanchion for all of these goats. And actually it still works because Dad's a freaking engineer and we didn't have to do anything to it. It just, after being sitting there for 20 years, it still works. So we added a few inches of sand to the barn and to the stalls. That needed to be done anyway for drainage. It was flooding in the barn. And now it's tall enough, or it's short enough now for our miniature goats. But part of the floor has collapsed. And one of the piggies, believe it or not, one of the little piglets is able to make that jump into...
Just like Monet is doing.
Just like Monet. Oh, thank you for the demonstration, Monet.
Perfect demonstration, Monet. Thank you.
As I pet the dog here. Hi.
Camera, whoa, angles.
So I feed them with a bucket in there when I need to milk them or trim their hooves. And also we just toss their alfalfa hay in there because we don't have a hay feeder. And it works rather well. But, and hello, Felicity. So everyone's jumping in there. Yeah. So we gotta fix that.
Yeah.
We gotta fix that. Hi.
Out.
And by we, I mean him.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, we go.
Yeah. So this is a piece of wood I just found on the ground.
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can reuse it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I might be able to put it right here.
You have helpers.
I have helpers. And then go up with some hardware cloth up to around here so you can find another piece of scrap or something here. To kind of block this in. We're not have that many goats, so we don't need this whole feeding trough open at all times. Realistically, you only need probably that much.
I do need to be able to put more hay in it.
Well, it'll be just up to the side. It won't be covering the top.
Please don't eat my pants.
Well,
Hi, Night.
This top.
Hello. Don't eat me.
Does this top need to be on? Or can you lift it up like this to feed it?
I guess I can. Yeah, I can lift it up.
Okay.
Just to keep the chicken poop off of it.
Okay.
I'm soiling the hay.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's this little piggy.
Yeah. No.
That's the little piggy.
This is the one that comes in and gets the dog food too.
Yeah, we call him Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Oh, are we having a demonstration
Yeah,
now?
I don't think he's long for this world.
He might be our Christmas pig.
Noel. Hello, little Noel.
Are you going to give us a nice little demonstration? Yes, you are. Hello, you clever piggy. Yep, you just jump on in there and eat all the alfalfa. Hi!
Hi, Noel.
Hello, Lunchbox. How are you?
Rudolph.
We're going to be contributing one of the piglets to the Christmas meal. And this one,
hay fed.
This one is very clever. Too clever for its own good. So, hello, Monet. Chomp, 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 chomp.
One thing I've discovered about pigs, they have no holds. You cannot grab a pig and make it do what it does not want to do.
No.
Which is fine when they're this big. But when they get to be about the size of Sir Porks, it becomes more of an issue. So fortunately, I have my...
Friendly.
Let's see. Tape measure here.
Everyone's curious. Everyone's...
Probably run it off here.
But you're going to have all sorts of helpers today.
Yeah. Hi, piggy. Figure just tied into here. This is the support that doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
This moves.
That moves great.
There. There.
Apparently there was no fresh alfalfa hay for him.
No, not enough. There. You got like...
I'd set the tripod up, but I'm willing to bet it'd be knocked over in like
Quickly.
10 seconds. Yeah.
Quickly. In there right night. And you try to pee on it. And succeed. Alright.
Oh. Hi. 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 I have lap pigs. Hi, Buffy. Hello, everybody. Hello. Lots of cuddles, these pigs. Hi. Ooh. Hi. 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 Push. Hi. Hi. Ooh. Hi.
So, I'm gonna measure this. So this board is too long. So there's really only one way to work around that, is to make it shorter. And while I'm usually firmly in the path of measure once, measure twice, and cut once, on the set of the real way, this is going to have to be just decent enough. There we go. Now that fits in there just fine.
This is Piggy Potter. When he was born, he was about 5 days old, and he developed a rather nasty case of pneumonia. He was the only one. It wasn't the run of the litter or anything, it just kind of random. I ended up having to spend a couple nights up, just a syringe dropping goat's milk in his mouth to keep him hydrated, waiting for the antibiotics to take hold. I really did not think he was going to pull through. Hi, Piggy Potter. But when he did, the boys named him Piggy Potter for the piglet who lived. Never since he got sick, he's been a little bit smaller than his siblings, which is understandable with their growth rate. So he is going to be one of the piglets going with us to Maine. And once we get electricity going, we're able to get a freezer plugged in, he'll help us fill it. But you get to go on a road trip. You'll be one of the smallest. Yeah. He's a good boy. You sweet boy. So why do you like the Kunekune pigs?
Why do I like Kunekune pigs? Because they are a very docile breed. From what I've been told, most other fully uncut adult male pigs are far more dangerous than Sir Porks. The only way Sir Porks will hurt you is if he falls over onto you while he's rolling over for a belly rub. It just happened on my foot. When he rolls over on your foot for a belly rub, you give him a belly rub. That's the only way you're getting out. Because he will sit there and hold you down until he gets his belly rub. So I like them because they're not that dangerous. We've got kids, and I don't want my kids being hurt by a pig. All right, there we go. Thanks. Good deal. Now, don't know how secure that is. Unfortunately, it's about 1/8 of an inch too short. So it's less likely to stay up on its own. So one of the really cool things about the Kunekunes is that we've discovered they love belly rubs. And not only do they love belly rubs, they seem to have this, well, kind of a magic belly rub spot. Kind of about right there, right after the shoulder, where usually, there we go, a piggy will roll right over for a belly rub.
She got babies in here.
Yeah, this is Chips.
Yeah.
And she is...
She's due in 2 weeks.
Due in 2 weeks?
She's due on the 18th of December.
On the 18th of December, trying to get all of you in view there. So yeah, she's definitely got herself some babinos in there. But yeah, this...
That's a happy pig.
It's a happy pig. Sir Porks will do this too, and when he does it sometimes, he'll be in the sun and I'll give him a 10-15 minute belly rub, then he'll snore for a while and just doze in the sun. But so right now I'm just figuring out little brackets and things like that to attach this there. I don't have the right screws because everything is in storage, but I've got similar right stuff. So
You got right enough stuff.
got right enough stuff. Curses.
Another characteristic of the Kunekune is these are a grazing pig rather than a rooting pig. So their noses tend to be shorter and more upturned. And Sir Porks actually has kind of a longer nose. He's a big guy. But he does have the little tusks growing in. He's coming up on his maybe 2 years old. Yeah, you'll be 2 years old next month. Yeah, your birthday's coming up. You'll be 2 years old. So he's got his little tusks coming in. Those will get a bit bigger, but not much. Hello. Such a sweet boy. Hey, Leonardo. And now we want to rub the other side. Okay. Yes, now we want to rub the other side of the belly. While he's here and getting a belly rub, I may as well show you his feet. One thing that Kunekunes have an issue with are their pasterns. So the pasterns are primarily the thing I look for when I'm looking at a pig to purchase for breeding stock. And the reason for that is a pig with good pasterns will wear down their own hooves even on pasture. So if you look at their hooves, I haven't trimmed these I think ever. And you can see there's a little bit of pink right there, and there's just a little bit of nail. It's not huge and overgrown. That is a very healthy foot, and that is just being worn down as he grazes naturally on pasture. And he's got some good feet. They're not excellent. They're not as good as like commercial varieties because pasterns are something that this breed has an issue with. But it's good enough, you know, it's a pass-fail thing and it's good enough. So that is one less chore I need to worry about with these pigs, and it is just one less thing that can go wrong health-wise. If they need trimming and they're not getting trimmed, then that can create a lot of pressure. It forces the hoof into an unnatural position as they put pressure on it as they walk, and these, you know, they're not light animals. Kind of the point. So that can cause a lot of stress on their feet, and can just cause some health issues, sprains and things. And having a 200-pound pig that is lame, that you can't move, and that needs to be, you know, brought water and food and everything just because it's got a sprain, that could be a dangerous issue depending on where they go down. So we pay attention to the feet in the breeding stock, and we avoid that issue. One thing you can see with Chips, she has a much more upturned nose than Sir Pork's does. And that's a good thing with this breed. The more upturned the nose, the less rooting. And okay, we're back for the belly rub. Hi. Yeah, you're very demanding today. Now, one thing about Kunekune, and all the goats have decided to come join me on whatever it is that I am doing out here. But one thing you read a lot about Kunekunes is that they don't root. And this is a falsehood. Kunekunes are pigs, and pigs root. Kunekunes just root less. So to give you an idea of what their rooting looks like, this is rather large area, just sort of in the back of the pond. It's kind of a lower area. It stays reasonably moist compared to the rest of the yard. And I suspect we have quite a few oak trees back here, and these fields have not been grazed on for 20 years. And one thing I noticed when we first got here was there was about a 2-inch layer of acorns everywhere, and the pigs were just going wild. So I suspect they were rooting up the topsoil to get to the acorns that nestled in between all the grass blades. Now this is more soil turning than true rooting. It's not that bad. Compared to most pigs, this is nothing. But if you have pasture, this will recover fairly quickly. If you have a lawn, and you're trying to keep pigs on a lawn, this can be a deal breaker for a lot of people. So, be clear, Kunekunes do root, just not as much. And they will generally only do this extensive. We got 10 pigs, and they've all been on here, and it really will only, they never did anything like this back at our old property, the one we just sold on our 3 acres. So there was something interesting going on here that they were trying to get to. There were acorns, there were grubs, there was something yummy that they were investigating.
Say 30, so 24 inches, about 30 inches. 10 snips, a tape measure. We are a dangerous thing. Onward. No, don't move. One of the reasons we like them is because their butchering size is so manageable. A lot of the pigs people will raise are like ginormous monsters when they're ready to be harvested. 500 pounds this, 600 pounds that, hanging weight, and that's a lot of pig to mess with. So we like these guys because they're quite a bit smaller and more petite, which is easier. It's easier for us to manage when it comes time to harvest, because instead of having to, deal with 600-pound hanging animal, you have to deal with something more along the lines of, well, at most we're probably going to be 250 pounds or so. It's about as big as the males get, and that's full grown. If we end up waiting until they get full grown size, we'll have to wait and see. Especially if we want bacon, they're going to have to be a couple of years old for bacon. While I like me some bacon, I don't know if it's worth waiting that extra, X number of months before they get harvest weight. We'll see. We'll probably raise one of them out for bacon size at least once, just to find out if it's worth it or not.
Well, I think especially in Maine, since it's all grassland, so long as it works out that we butcher before winter comes, I think we're not actually feeding them in Maine. They'll just be out on pasture. Because they are pasture pigs. They're bred to put on weight on grass.
And they do?
Yeah.
They're fat around here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like it here.
Yeah.
So how long have we been here? 8 weeks?
No.
6 weeks? No more than 6 weeks.
8, maybe more.
Between 6 and 8 weeks.
8
so to
weeks.
give you 8 weeks,
We'll go with 8
we'll go 8 weeks. All right, to give you an idea, this area in the paneled off area is where my father has the fruit trees that are alive, and we wanted to keep the goats away from them. So we fenced off this section, and it's just been the kunekunes grazing it because the goats prefer all of the forage that is off yonder. So this is a 6 week difference of 10 kunekunes on 2.5 acres. And it's, well, it's December now.
Yeah.
But this was all through November where no one really mows.
October, November.
Yeah, so, but there is a noticeable difference, and I'm not sure how much it's coming up on camera, but just in the grazing behavior, there is a noticeable difference in how much of a lawnmower they are and how well they keep down the grass. But that is their main diet, is just grass. This is Buffy, the acorn slayer. She's also pregnant. She's due in January. This will be her second farrowing for us. But this is about the maximum size animal I think we could comfortably process on our own without having to pay someone to process them.
And the beauty about working with wire like this, when you're cutting it, it's fairly easy to cut it straight because the whole thing's just one great big old grid piece of paper. So that's nice. The bad thing is, it's sharp grid paper. If you're working with hardware cloth and you ain't bleeding at least once, well, you're smarter than I am and you're using gloves. I think that'll work just fine. There. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I think that'll work. So yeah, I'm going to go get some washers. I think that'll probably work better than the staples because the wood's kind of rotted. And we can attach it to these boards here, and I think that'll keep the pigs from getting in
that'll
there.
definitely keep the pigs out.
Yeah.
Kill. That magic spot. There we go. They fall over. Hi. They fall over and they want all the belly wubs. They want all the belly wubs. Hi, sir. Hi. Oof. Oh, dear. Okay. Or they just fall on you and demand belly. Hello. Or they just, body slam you and demand belly rub. Hi, Sir Porks. Hey, Sir Porks. Honey. Hey, leave her alone. Are you jealous? Are you just, yeah. Okay. So apparently Sir Porks is jealous and wants his own belly rubs. Hi, Sir Porks. Hello. Are you jealous? You ginormous thing. Sure, yes. He wants his belly rubs. He's like, give me all the belly rubs. So kunekunes, they have this distinction, or at least some of them do, called wattles. And this is just a bit of flesh covered in hair. Doesn't actually do anything. Sir Porks, he's got two. They're aesthetic, completely decorative, have no purpose. But at one point, all pigs had wattles, and now I believe the kunekunes are the only breed left with the wattles. So it's one piece of history that is attempting to be preserved in this breed. Can't get in there, can you? I think we have the real test coming up here. I can hear it. Where's Lunchbox? There's Lunchbox. All right. Let's get the real test here. Will this hold up to Lunchbox? Nanny, nanny, baby. Success. You ain't too happy about it. Can you not get in? Oh, you want to complain to management now? I'm sorry. Is the buffet no longer open? You have to work for it like everyone else. Alright, well that seems to be working. So now we have slightly more control over how much hay we're putting down. Guess which one is my pig petting hand?
All the butt scratching. So pork's here.
There's someone rubbing on the side of the building here.
Oh, yep. Someone's over there. Scratching on that side of the building. Here comes old Fluffy here. And the floofs. Hello, Floof. Hi. There's a little piggy scratching over there.
Poor little Lunchbox. Has to get his alfalfa hay like everyone else and work for it. You too, Monet. Oh, he's pissed. Lunchbox. You too, Monet. Not so easy to get in there anymore, is it?